National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Fights off the defender. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
On the ready.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. Going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Throw left side complete. That's Arnold. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Now Lawrence. Well, that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jaguars are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. Room here to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That first down there on a pickup of 25. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. A first down carry here for Johnson. Fights loose. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now it's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson going deep here for Stills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect. How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all? It actually is in the beginning of his career, an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. And he's able to knock that one away. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer. And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Play action. It's Lawrence. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Again, it's Lawrence. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Lawrence will throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
44, Mike, 44. Watch the screen. 31. Watch the screen. 44 is Mike, 44 is Mike. Check.
Now Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. John Ross, 37 yards. And the Jaguars are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks, 72 yards. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Well, if you pull up his college highlight reel, you will see no shortage of great throws, and here's one in his NFL debut for big yardage.
And this is going to be a big test early in his career. How accurate can he be on throws like this? If he keeps doing that, he's going to be just fine.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. On play action, Lawrence. Flush to his right. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. He's going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Here's Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was finally, because we've heard about a 17th game coming for a long time, and now here it is. So the beautiful part about all of it is that 17th game is going to be like these interdivision, interconference type games that are going to match up and play out over a 4-year period. And that's kind of cool. And I was looking forward to seeing some of the matchups that were going to come out of that for that 17th game. And could that be the game that decides a bunch of division titles?
He's letting it fly for Cooks. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Now Lawrence on first down. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. Ooh, with a juke. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne. And every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Terrence Mitchell. And the Texans are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He gets it to Cooks.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
From the 50, it's Watson. The slant caught by Amendola. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's a little fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. On the return, here's Agnew. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and goal, Watson, and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins there to make the grab. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Steps away to his left. He'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down.
On first down, Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Arnold. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Lawrence. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. A nice completion there for the first down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team run the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. John Ross, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Big stop, let's go. Mike 54. Mike 54.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at about the 31. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
A handoff for Etienne. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. Oh, he shifts past him. Touchdown, Jaguars! Travis Etienne with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Point after try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. To throw is Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
He finds his man, complete. It's Arnold. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and 9. And they'll go again with ETN.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's complete to ETN out of the backfield.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard stripe. Here's Logan Cook now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Two-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. And
my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 39. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, here's ETN.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal. As the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Jags grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Watson's throw taken in there by Cooks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Watson looks to throw again. He gets this one to Johnson. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another tote for Etienne. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
I can't believe they even let you play. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Here's a give to Etienne. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3. Etienne with it. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help